My name is Greg Wickland. I've been at Beloit Bicycle Company here in downtown Beloit since September of 2012, and my primary business is sales and answering the phone. Beloit Bicycle Company. My name is Greg Wickland. I am the owner of Beloit Bicycle Company in downtown Beloit. I have been here since September of 2012. My main focus of the business is bicycle sales and service. Right now, the main focus is service because of lack of new bicycle inventory. Shopping locally, especially in the bicycle world, keeps the local bike shop open so that people have a place to take their bike when it needs to get fixed. The bike industry is very unique. You can't get your bike fixed online, just like you can't get your grass mowed or your snow plowed. So shopping locally in bike stores is extremely important, especially for the avid riders who need that level of service, and the non-avid rider that has a flat tire or something else simple. The website is beloitbicyclecompany.com, and you can find me on Facebook also under Beloit Bicycle Company. Yeah, I mean, repair work, as far as that goes, kind of like I mentioned, it can be as simple as, fixing a flat for someone, or it can be a bike like this where we're doing a component upgrade. This one happens to be an Italian-built bike made by Bianchi, which is one of my companies, and it's getting some Italian cranks put on it and other components, changing the shifting system out, and derailleurs and cranks. So it can be anything from, a simple flat repair or, a brake adjustment to stuff like this. I do total disassemblies and, can have someone's frame refinished, powder coating, that I have a place that does that, custom wheel builds, things like that. So my scope is very, very broad. I've been in the bicycle business for about 35 years. So just about 8 of it here in Beloit, but I've been in the business for a long, long time. So, I sell, anything that I would install on a bike for a customer, I also would just sell to someone that walks in, whether it's, cranks and shifters, tires, tubes, anything, you name it. So that part of it, if somebody wants, this side of it to be done, turnkey, or they come in and buy whatever they're looking for. Yeah. So, there's a lot of bikes getting fixed that would otherwise not get fixed because they have brought them in where they were, in the attic or garage or barn for 25 years, and they're bringing them in for a very extensive repair where much of the time they would instead, potentially buy a new bike, but because, we don't have the normal inventory that we would normally have, that's been, a big part of it, where people are spending, $300 and $400 fixing good bikes that they bought at a bike store maybe 30 years ago, and getting them up to a new condition because they can't really buy a new one. So, which, just like everything, bikes have a lifespan, you betcha. If they didn't, I'd be broke. Just like cars, you name it, tires wear out, brakes wear out. We can pretty much replace everything that is hanging on the frame. For most people, you'll get several thousand miles out of, your chain and your cogs and things like that, which for the average person, even if you ride, 200 or 300 miles in a year, if you're just a very occasional rider, that might be the lifetime of your bike. A lot of the department store bikes, they have such an incredibly short lifespan. I see people with the, Walmart bikes, and a few hundred miles and stuff is like done. The brake pads are worn out, and the cranks are loose, and the wheels are wobbly, and they just, they are just throwaway. People don't realize how temporary they are. The largest percentage of people that buy those bikes that ride them often are kids. So they're, $100 bikes. They ride them for summer, mom and dad throw them away. And most of the adult bikes, the industry, the company that provides most of those bikes to those types of stores, they know that most of the people that buy those bikes don't ride them very much. So the fact that they're, much of the time worn out in a few hundred miles doesn't really matter. And your expectations are very low when you buy a bike from Walmart. So it's a whole different deal. It's more of a, it's a throwaway where a bike store bike, This bike's 20 years old, and there, lots of the bikes in the rack that I've done a lot of work to that are still running perfectly are 25, 30 years old. So bike store bikes last a long time. So.